Last time I made a video about how my recovery was going after Achilles tendon surgery. I was about 10 weeks post-operation and I have finally got out of the boot and started walking again. My rehab was still mainly focused on increasing strength and full range of motion in my foot. Between the weeks 12 and 15 my training started to get a bit more exciting. I was told that if I wanted to, I could start doing some barbell back squats and deadlifts as long as I kept my heels elevated and didn't stretch the Achilles tendon. Everything seemed to be going pretty well and I thought I was on the right track. But the one thing I just couldn't get rid of was the swelling. By the end of the day, my leg looked like a balloon. The swelling made it stiff and trying to move through the stiffness just caused more pain. So here is my question for you guys. If you had this kind of injury, are you still dealing with a lot of swelling? I am 18 weeks post-surgery now and I'm still struggling with it. Let me know in the comments. So by week 15 I decided to stop doing my rehab and cut back on walking. I kept my step count to bare minimum and jump on a bike instead. I stopped doing any leg exercises that caused discomfort or swelling. For example, instead of doing deadlifts with heel elevated, I did regular deadlifts, but lighter. Instead of barbell back squat, I did Bulgarian split squats. I completely stopped doing any calf raise variation where I would go through full range of motion. After about a week, my leg felt so much better. But then I went to see my physio and yeah, he wasn't very happy. He said it's really important to build as much strength as possible through the full range of motion, both sitting and standing, if I want to return to pre-injury conditioning. So we went back to the basics. I started doing isometric exercises and bodyweight calf raises, and I'm tracking my step count to keep it steady. One of the problem I still have that during the seated calf raise exercise I feel a lot of pressure around the Achilles tendon, which stops me from doing the movement. So for now I do that only standing. That was my plan last week, and next week I have to start adding weight again, but honestly I'm already feeling much better now. Looking back, I know where I messed up. I probably pushed myself too fast too soon. I started working full-time again, includes squats and deadlifts in my programming, and on some days I was hitting about 15,000 steps. One day I even forgot to put the heel raise in my other shoe and went for a big walk. And that probably set me back for like 2-3 days because I couldn't move properly. It's on me, I overdid it. And now I'm a bit behind with my rehab. Well, what can I do, hey? Here's the funny part, I am a coach and I tell my clients all the time, stop with the stupid all or nothing mentality. Be consistent, but then I go from doing everything to doing nothing. And that's why it's good to have a physio to help you through the whole process, to keep you consistent and make sure you are doing the right thing. Looking back, if I could do it all over again, I would slow down and stick to the basics for a little longer. I think I got just too excited about getting back to the gym and adding squats and deadlifts to my routine, thinking I could handle it, but honestly, I should have focused more on rehab specific exercises and let my Achilles tendon fully recover before trying to get back to my old routine. Look, try to don't skip the small stuff. Things like heel raises, isometric holds and keeping your step count steady may seem boring, but they are what actually build strength and stability. Also pay attention to how your body feels. If something causes swelling or pain, don't just push through it like I did. Adjust and listen to your physio. Now looking ahead, my main focus is consistency. I'm planning to gradually increase the weight on my calf raise exercises and work on getting my full range of motion back, both in seated and standing exercises. I will also be tracking my step count to make sure I'm not overdoing it again. So now I want to hear from you. If you've been through this kind of injury or a similar one, how is your recovery going? What worked for you and what challenges did you face along the way? Are you still dealing with swelling or did you find something that helped with that? Let me know in the comments, because honestly it's always good to hear from people who've been through it. It makes the whole process feel less frustrating. Plus your tips might help someone else watching.